Hello everyone and welcome back to Two Shores One Story. I'm your host Matthew, and today we have a special episode because it is episode 20. I can't believe it. Episode 20. The big 2-0. So exciting. I can't wait to make it to episode 100, but right now we'll celebrate episode 20. And I was trying to think about what to talk about, but unfortunately I don't really have anything exciting. I haven't done anything exciting the last week, so I was wondering what to do. And I just had a thought today that because it's, episode 20, I'll do something with numbers, specifically number 20. And so today I'm going to be answering 20 questions about me that are related to Japan, the country that I currently reside in. So, with that, let's get started. So, question 1. By the way, I made ChatGPT think of the questions, and I had to do a few modifications, so hopefully it's okay. Let's get started. Take 2. Number 1. When did I first become interested in Japan? This is an easy question because I've been saying this like a couple of times. Maybe I talked about it the first episode. But yeah, I got interested in Japan because of a social studies class that I took in grade 8 in middle school. In that class, we learned about the Renaissance, Aztec, and Japan from the Edo to Meiji period. Before that class, I didn't really know a lot about Japan. Maybe a little bit about like Pokemon and that kind of stuff, but I didn't really have any idea about Japan. So after taking that class, I was really interested in, or maybe not interested, but I thought the Japanese people were cool and the Japanese culture was cool as well. And that's how I started becoming interested in Japan. Okay. Number 2 is a quick fire question. What's the weirdest thing I've eaten in Japan? 5 words or less. I don't really know. I can't really recall a weird thing that I've had, but my first experience of something like whoa was, and I'll try to say this in 5 words. Let's see. Exchange trip, fish with eyes. That's all I'll say. Next question. Which Japanese city do I feel most connected to? This is a bit tough because I've lived in I've lived in Nishin City, in Nagoya, Aichi, and I have lived in Takayama. But where do I feel most connected to? I don't know, actually. I think, obviously, my hometown is Nishin, because that's where I lived my first time in Japan. But that was only for 11 months. So Takayama could be considered my hometown or my closest city because I will be here for longer. But it could also be just an average city. Like, I don't have to live there. So in that case, I will pick Nagasaki. Nagasaki, I went during my exchange. I went for a week and I got to see my friends there, and I just really fell in love with Nagasaki. I really liked it. The water, I could see it almost every day, and prior to that I lived in a landlocked area, so there's no water. So I really fell in love with Nagasaki because of that. I really liked the atmosphere it had. All the people were very helpful and genuinely happy, and I didn't experience that in Nagoya. So I really liked Nagasaki. The next question, have I accidentally offended anyone with my bad Japanese? Yes or no on a short story. This is a quick fire question. Off the top of my head, no. We'll see if that happens in the future. Number 5. What's my favorite Japanese word or phrase I've learned? My favorite Japanese word is kokai gijido. And it's the National Diet Building, and that's a government building, and I just think it's just a funny word, Kokaigiji-do. Number 6, quick fire question. What vending machine item totally surprised me? 1 sentence max. So, one time, also during my immersion trip, I got a burger from a vending machine. It was tasty, but it was very odd. Number 7, which historical site or landmark has been my favorite to visit? I can't quite remember. What do I want? What do I like? I don't know, actually. I haven't been to that many places that I would consider historical or a landmark. I've been to a few castles. I've been to, well, I don't know what that, anyways, maybe castles. My favorite castle in the entire Japan is Himeji Castle. I think it's really pretty. It's in Hyogo Prefecture, and I have been there, and it was a really nice castle. I liked seeing it, but climbing up it was really hard because the stairs are very steep. My legs hurt after. So I say I would like that, yes. Next question, which is a quick fire. What's the funniest mistranslation or English sign I've seen? Read it if I can. So I don't have off the top of my head a translation, but I really fell in love with English-Japanese translation on clothes when I was in Japan last time, and I went to the mall and got 6 sweaters. One of them was a Disney one, so that doesn't count, but the other ones had funny English. And one of them just said, "It has the impact on you," and I thought that was funny. So that's one. Next question, what's my favorite anime or manga? My favorite anime, I have 2, are Naruto and Full Metal Alchemist. I like them both equally. They both have good memory. I have memories with them, sentimental memories. So those are my favorite. Quick fire question number 10. Have I had any oops moments on trains? Quick story. I don't know if this counts as an oops story. Maybe it does. But one time I just walked in a train. I entered it, and there was like a group of boys like in the way, and so I tried to like find a place to stand, but it took a while. So once I almost did, but then the train started moving, and I body checked a girl that was beside me, and I felt terrible, and I was like, ugh, that sucked. So I said, "Sumimasen," and I just was upset that happened because it could have been avoided if those guys were not in my way. Question 11. How is learning Japanese going for me currently? So, yeah, next month will be my 11th year studying Japanese, which is insane. I'm not that good yet. I'm pretty fluent, like conversationally, and I'm learning a little bit every day, maybe. I have recently applied to do the N1 again, and I have been using an app rather than a textbook, and I really like it because it's good SRS, shadow repetition system, and so I can learn the grammar and vocab. So I'm learning quite a lot. I just need to really get better at the review, and I'm really glad that they have like a review section because I can constantly make it concrete in my mind. It's difficult because it's not just the grammar that I need to know, it's also like how I can connect it. So do I have to do something to the grammar itself, or do I have to add something to the theme beside it? So I have to keep that in mind when I answer the question, so that's good to do. So currently, Japanese is going well, I think. My Japanese learning. I am reading a little bit. I need to read a little bit more. I hope to finish a book, maybe. I can finish a book by mid-May. We'll see. Yeah, so that's good. Question 12. What's the most bizarre flavor I've tried? Top of the head, peach-flavored Coca-Cola. That was weird. Okay. Question 13. Am I more drawn to Japan's nature or city life? Good question. When I was in Nagoya, I lived in the city. I didn't really live in the nature, but now I live in a very small rural area that's about 2,000 people, and I get to see the nature every day on my walk to school. So which one do I appreciate more? I don't know. I don't like busy areas, so like a lot of crowds I'm not really into. So maybe the nature I like a lot more. Actually, quick story. Right now, it's spring in Japan, and I have rice paddies close to where I live. And they're filled with water right now. And it looks amazing because there's some sakura trees left over that are still existent, maybe. And I can see the reflections of the cherry blossoms in the water. And it's so pretty. So I'm really grateful to live here and being surrounded by amazing nature. Question 14. If I were an anime character, what type would I be? 1 sentence. I don't know how to answer this, so I think I would say I would be the main character that has gone through a lot of trials in order to succeed. I feel like that's what I've been doing as a real person, so I think that would suit me as an anime character. Question 15. What's one place in Japan I haven't been to yet but can't wait to visit? I want to go to Hiroshima. I've never been, and I would love to go there to see the dome and just to explore Hiroshima. I also want to go to Hokkaido, specifically Okope, which is my town's sister town. So I would like to visit there, but I'm not really into fish, so we'll see how that goes. But those are 2 places I would love to go to. Question 16, quick fire. What's the most over-the-top themed cafe I've been to or want to visit? I haven't visited a themed cafe. It has not happened yet, so I can't answer that. But maybe I will. I'll let you know. This is the next question, question 17. Why does Japan feel so special to me personally? That's a good question. I think for me, Japanese culture, language, history have become a huge part of my life, where in middle school, like I learned about the history, and then 2 years later, I decided to study Japanese. And that was just a decision at the time. It quickly became a passion, and it's really a part of me. Like, I can't even imagine myself without learning Japanese or being able to speak or knowing the culture. So I'm really grateful to have that as part of my life, and I think that's why Japan feels special to me, and why if I go to a different country it might be different. I haven't had that experience yet. I would like to go to other countries, but that's my answer. Question 18. Quick fire. Have I ever been caught in an awkward bowing situation? Probably yes. I don't exactly remember. Maybe one time I thought, maybe recently at a school event, I think the students were bowing and I bowed with them and I wasn't supposed to. That's it. Question 19. What's my favorite Japanese food so far? So my ultimate favorite food is okonomiyaki, but I haven't really had a lot of okonomiyaki since being in Japan again. I like chicken, like karaage, and my favorite is chicken nanban. I really like that too. And I really like korokke as well. I'd like to get that. So I don't really know, like, I have a lot of favorites. Those are my top 3. Yeah. Quick fire. What's my only in Japan moment that made me laugh the most? Tell it quickly and funny. Only in Japan. Like, this can only happen in Japan? I don't really know. I don't have an answer for that. what I do, and I will tell this, it's a funny story to me and some of my friends, is my friend bought a bike and he wanted to ride it on a flat parking lot that was near our place. We have a shrine that's near our place on a mountain, and there's a flat parking lot there that he could try. And so he's tall and I'm not. I'm like 5'6", maybe 5'7". He's like 6'2", maybe. And I asked if I could ride his bike because I haven't ridden one in a long time and I just wanted to try. And he was very nice enough to let me. And we didn't change the height or anything. Anyways, I was able to ride it. And I kind of like slowly got into it. And the more confident I was, the more faster I went. And then I turned very widely and I looked at them like, look at me, I'm so cool. And then in front of me were concrete blocks that, cars park at. So I was like, oh crap, and I forgot how to brake because I just forgot. So I hit the concrete block, and by the way, beside the concrete block was a concrete wall. So it could have been very bad, but by the grace of God, I hit the concrete block, my butt went off the seat and onto the back part of the tire, and I landed perfectly fine, and I wasn't injured, unless I did, at that time, I didn't think I was injured. I unfortunately punctured the tire, and he couldn't fix it. So that's that story. Yeah. And that was 20 questions. And that went by very quickly. I'm very excited to have more podcasts and the more podcast episodes. And I know I did say that I would have guests upcoming, and I hope to get some guests for May for sure. I will be a little bit busy in May because I'm going on a little trip to Saitama to do a Japanese pedagogy training course. I'm very excited because my main goal is to be a Japanese language teacher in Canada. So I'm excited to learn how to teach Japanese, and I can't wait to talk about that. So look forward to that and look forward for other episodes. I'm grateful for the people that listen to this podcast because it really is just me in my room talking about whatever, and hopefully you can learn something about Japan. That's my goal with this podcast. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to more episodes. So thank you again for listening, and I will see you later.